she's coming back to get that treat after she scratched at the earth where there was that nutmeg or TNT. And the process to get these 3 girls here took nearly 2 years, so we are very lucky to have them. It was a long process, but we're glad that
you guys got selected. Like, how did that relationship take place?
She's got it. Okay. One of our keepers spent a very long time working with APOPO to try to get one of them.
Wow.
When it finally happened, she was elated because it was a lot of work. Do we want to hide them one more time?
Yeah. She's working so nicely. We actually, about 10 years ago, had thought to ourselves, it'd be great if we could have some longer-lived, tractable rats than our domestic rats that we'd been using. And we floated the idea of the southern pouched rat, and then we found out, oh no, you can't get them in the United States. And then kind of like 3 years ago, we sort of started thinking about it again, and discovered the organization that was using them and decided to partner with them.
How come if they're allowed as pets in Europe, they're not allowed as pets here?
Because the United States has a lot of more stricter regulations about many different wildlife issues than most of the countries in Europe.
He's like, you're playing tricks on me.
You got, that seemed a little half-hearted. Why don't you try some more? I'm not sure if I believe you or not. Try again. Come on.
Have you been following the HeroRATS through
I've been
APOPO?
on the Facebook page for a long time, so I was excited when I saw they were here.
We thought we got beat out by San Diego because they already had theirs on their website, but they don't have theirs yet.
Come on back. Oh, that was
We're
good
originally
too.
from that area, and this is much better than San Diego.
Oh, good. That's
San
what
Diego's
we would love you to say that on a comment. So we'll see if she can find these last couple.
right over.
Yeah.
And they do have to practice with them at first being on top of the soil and then underneath the soil. So it does take some time, about 9 months from the beginning of their training until the end if they do everything right. And if they take a little bit longer, they would rather them take longer to be more accurate. But it could be as quick as 9 months. Which if we were using domestic rats, they tend to live 2 to 3 years. So you're looking at nearly half of their lifetime right away. So that's one more great thing about them is they can live so long.
Where are you going?
You can't go that way.
I'm over here.
Are they affectionate like our domesticated rats? Are they cuddly or not so much?
They get really worked up after we're done with training. They're like, ready to go. Let's do more. Whatever it takes to get more snacks. But usually when they're just waking up, they're a little ball of goo. And just sit and hold it.
So you have 2 of those balls at a time. I noticed that Mona Lisa didn't bring the first one back. Do they? Is that something they know, or is it just it's their whim that they'll bring this one back and the other one not?
It's their whim.
Okay.
They're, you know, the training process, they're not supposed to bring them back at all.
Yeah.
So that part is just that individual rat, and is part of the reason that they do not work in the field.
For those of you just walking up, these are our southern pouched rats, also known as African pouched rats, that came to us earlier this summer from Tanzania. They're the first HeroRATS that came from a group called APOPO. And APOPO trains rats to find landmines in developing countries that have experienced warfare historically. It's fantastic because they're able to smell the landmines, which we practice with nutmeg, not TNT, here at the zoo. But as opposed to a metal detector that would have to treat every piece of scrap metal, every shell casing, as a potential landmine, they're able to smell the difference between those, and they can clear land much faster than people, which is very beneficial. APOPO has also trained their rats, their HeroRATS, in a new way as well. So in addition to finding landmines, there are also a group of rats that are now dedicated to finding tuberculosis in samples of human saliva in many of these countries as well that have high tuberculosis rates. So what happens is they work with clinics.
Oh, it's bringing the landmine back.
That are looking at individual samples that could be negative or positive of tuberculosis. And then there is a technician that looks at the microscope to see if it's a positive or a negative sample, and then the HeroRATS, not the ones that do landmines, it's a different set of rats, but the tuberculosis set of trained rats will then smell to differentiate between a negative and a positive sample of tuberculosis, and it's a very quick process. They can have the answer overnight, so